Senate Republicans' ban on earmarks, that was short-lived. Over now. Only 3 days later, the Senate's #2 Republican, Arizona's Jon Kyl, got himself a whopping $200 million for a White Mountain Apache Reservation water project in his state. Time to let the Willis watchdogs out. Imogen Lloyd-Webber is a political commentator and author. Ellis Henican is a Fox News political analyst, and Fox Business's Ashley Webster joins us from the newsroom. Ellis, let's start with you.
Yeah?
What do you think about this?
Well,
earmarks, not an earmark.
Well, there's a definitional problem here. You know what an earmark is, right? It's something another congressman or senator wants. When it's something I want, it's important public business, and thank goodness Senator Kyl understood that.
Imogen, what do you say?
Well, no wonder Americans are so disillusioned with their politicians. I'm finding this quite extraordinary. Republicans and Democrats are both at it. I'm just hoping that moving forward, a viable third-party candidate comes up and so takes them all, gives them all a lesson.
That could happen in short order, let me tell you. All right, Ashley, what do you say?
Well,
you're the voice of reason. Come on.
Well, I wish. Good luck. The biggest surprise here that it took 3 days for them to break their pact. I mean, come on. Really, it's what the earmarks are what greases the wheels. And you know what? Here's my take on this. Is it right? No. However, they're going to spend the money anyway, right? So what's going to say, even if you don't get your projects in your states, they're going to spend the money anyway.
That just depresses me,
That's
Ashley.
depressing, but that is reality.
You're just making me sad.
I'm
here
all
it
for
is
the...
almost Thanksgiving.
No, it's reality.
All right, let's go to the next story. I love this. It's about not being wrangled. A new Oxford study is out. Oh, no, it's not about not being wrangled. A new Oxford study is out, and it proclaims that dogs are smarter than cats. The study shows dogs have bigger brains than cats and tend to live in more stable social groups. Ashley, do you believe this?
I don't know. I love that great quote from the movie Meet the Parents. What is it? Cats don't sell out the way dogs do. You know what? Who knows? I mean, if you're going on size, dogs' brains are probably bigger, but, cats, they got it right, don't they? Sleep 23 hours a day and then eat and go to the bathroom for the rest of the hours. So maybe they're doing something right. I don't know.
What do you think?
Why stop
Ellis?
with dogs and cats on the mammalian dumbness scale? I mean, we got dogs, cats, senators, congressmen. It just keeps going lower. State legislators, city councilmen. It keeps going down and down.
You just open that right up. There's a long list.
The frame was too narrow in this poll, I think.
Imogen, what do you find?
My family have spent decades researching cats and dogs. I have to say, my dad even wrote a musical about cats. And we've come up with this conclusion in my family. The old adage is true. Dogs have owners, cats have staff. This survey is completely wrong.
That's
All
true.
Right. That is a good response. You gotta admit. All right. The New York Post is reporting on a plan by veteran lawmakers to the incoming Republican class. Don't get wrangled. They're handing out guides on how to avoid ethics violations, especially when it comes to finances. Imogen, come on. These people aren't even in office yet, and they're being told how to, break the rules.
There shouldn't be any need for a survival guide. I was blown away the other day by sort of a new statistic. 1% of Americans are millionaires, whereas 49% of people in Congress are millionaires. You hear things like this, I'm thinking, is that money dodgy now? I mean, goodness knows. Crazy.
Ellis?
Can I say, first of all, isn't there a limit on this show of how many people with fancy-sounding names and elegant accents are allowed on any one segment?
That's why you're on here, Ellis. Frankly, you're breaking the...
I'm loving
As the white guy from Louisiana, I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage today. What was your question?
We'll get back to you slowly later, Ellis. Ashley, he's going to kill me later.
I'm really from Nebraska. You can tell him that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Brooklyn.
Isn't it classic that you get elected and then you have to be given a lesson in ethics? I think that says it all, frankly.
Yes, that's the way it works, baby.
Yeah.
First you get the seat, and then they teach you how to do it.
Aren't I?
Yeah, I know my line, by the way. It's not being wrangled, it's being Baynard.
Oh, yeah. I expected something like that from you. This story is, I thought, amazing. The first ever Apple computer, has sold for 425 times its original price. Only 200 of the Apple I models exist. The computer, which is 1,000 times slower than the iPad, sold in London for $210,000. Ashley, was it worth it? I bet there are a bunch of guys out in Silicon Valley who are bidding these up.
Yeah,
right?
I'm surprised that it went to... I think it was someone from Italy, wasn't it? But anyway, my question is, does it work? Because the guy got ripped off otherwise. But I understand.
You really want to wait for that, 8, whatever it is, kilogram, whatever it is, processor.
Whatever. It's a piece of history, though, so I understand the interest.
I don't want that.
No.
You notice it's just like the iPhone. It does compute, but it still won't make phone calls.
Darn it, you need an assistant, not an iPad. Imogen?
Well, exactly. I mean, but maybe, you know, my Nintendo Game Boy from 1990 is going to be worth more than my pension plan in 40 years' time at this rate. So, you know, the way that stocks are going at the moment.
That's actually a fine point.
Yeah.
That combined with your cat's comment, I mean, I don't care if she's got a British accent. She's coming back.